Hello and welcome to lift class. Today we are lifting weights, so you're going to need to get out some weights. I'm just going to fix this just a little bit. It's been moving, getting wiggled around a little bit lately. So, okay, you can see I have my weights out. I have a 30 for a leg exercise, 8s, 10s, 15s, and 17 and a halves. Okay, so I plan to use all of them. We are going to be doing 2 exercises back to back, 30 seconds each. I'll give you 10 seconds really quick. After we do 2 moves, 10 seconds, 2 moves, 10 seconds, 2 moves, 10 seconds. Switch to a new set of 2 moves, okay? It'll be an upper body move and a lower body move. Here's the list of moves as you're starting to get out your weights. Front raises, we'll go palms down. Hang squat, that's what the 30 is for. You're gonna hang a dumbbell right here and you're gonna squat, toes forward, okay? Then a Zatman curl, which just means we're gonna curl up, flip the palms, come down. We have curtsies. Bent over wide rows like goalposts. Reverse lunges. Push-ups, no weights. Butterfly bridges, meaning your legs are in butterfly position and you are bridging up and down, up and down. You can use a weight or not. I think I probably will grab that 30 and put it on my hips, okay? Then we have a tricep press, meaning our elbows are tucked in tight. We're gonna lay on our backs and we're gonna push using the back of our arms. Push the weight straight up, straight up. An L sit up. We're gonna do bird dog and some crunches at the end for a little extra bonus work, okay? So plan on 2 bonus core moves at the end for 1 minute each. Those are our exercises, and so that's why I have the weights out that I do, and hopefully you heard what I said, so you got out the weights that you're gonna use. Lighter when we have long levers, heavier when we're a little bit shorter, okay? All right, and then obviously when we're using legs, we don't want to be using the same weights that we do for our biceps, okay? We want to go a little bit heavier. Today's word is I am persistent. Oh, yes. I continue progressing through all circumstances. So a place you want to be persistent is in your workout space, okay? Keep persisting, keep pushing, keep evolving, moving forward, okay? Let's go ahead and start with our warm-up. If you would like to play music, please do. Otherwise, you're gonna listen to my ankles crack and me breathe. So I'd rather you play some music, and we're gonna get started. Start your watches, water, sweat towel, clear your space, mat nearby, squat, butt back, come up to your toes. Squat into your heels, roll right through your ankle to your toes, or the ball of your foot, okay? Sink back. Rise up, your chest is lifted the whole time, the crown of your head is reaching to the ceiling the whole time. 1 more. Holding steady in place. Let's go arm circles to the back of the room, and I want these to be the biggest reaches. I know what I did to my camera, keep going. Big, big reaches. I'm gonna come up really close to you. Hello. I need to tilt it. Oops, that's too far up. Right there, maybe? Okay. My arms were going right off the screen now. That's better. Okay. You're still circling big circles, right? The one exercise I really, really needed. All right, reverse lunge. Take your twist. Sorry for that extreme close-up. Hopefully my nose was clear. All right, twist and turn, lunge and twist. Finding your balance in your lunge, making sure that your stance is wide enough that you're not knocking yourself over. I'll fix that at the end of class too, because I don't think I need the lights in the way. See these lights, they don't need to be in the picture. Okay. We now have a side lunge. Find my place in my notes. Open your chest. Side lunge, push off your heel, open your chest. Side lunge, push off your heel, big reach. I'm lopsided today, you guys. I was lifting this morning and I was like, one shoulder's higher than the other, and I see it right now. One arm is higher than the other. All right, work your way down to a low lunge. Open up, hand comes down, switch sides. Low lunge, open. Low lunge, open. Low lunge, open. All right, let me talk you through our first moves while we finish off 1 more of these and then stand up, okay? First move, like I said, go ahead and stand up. palms down, front raise to your shoulders, straight arms, slight bend of your knees if you need to. Then we're gonna get a heavy weight and we're gonna squat hanging it down, okay? Ready, set, front raises. I suggest 3, 5s, 8s, or 10s right here, okay? I grab my 8s for 30 seconds. We're gonna get a lot of reps in. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you come down. Try not to let your shoulders shrug in your ears. You're lifting long, lengthening with your knuckles. Release those weights. Switch to your heavier one. Hang squat, toes are forward, feet are wide. You let the weight hang down, but your chest stays lifted. And you squat down and back with your butt. Push your heels in the floor. Make sure your knees are straight and forward. They're not knobbing out. They're not knobbing in. Does that make sense? Knobbing out would be coming out here. Knobbing in would be coming here, okay? We want to go straight forward. All right, 10 seconds. Think, were those good weights? If not, go heavier or lighter. Pause me if you need a little bit more time. Otherwise, here we go with front raises, palms down, lift and lower. 30 seconds. Typically, you get between, depending on the exercise, 10 and 16 reps. 3 times through. That's a lot of volume for our muscles to be working, okay? You are going to feel this in your core right now. Tuck your tailbone under, tall, proud chest, shoulders out of your ears. 1 more rep. Squat down, put the weights down. Grab your hang squat weight, toes are forward, butt's back, chest is up. Crown of your heads to the ceiling. If you need to widen your stance to drop your butt down, get wider with your toes still facing forward. Feel your legs, front, back, and your butt squeeze on the way up. Heart rates should be climbing now. Breathing should be elevated. 1 more. Good job. So now I have both sets of weights that I'm going to use right in front of me. We're going back to last set of front raises. And let's go. So will your heart rate go up? Yes. While you're lifting weights? Yes. Moving at a quick pace, lifting heavy weights. We'll do that. One more. Switch out your weights. So squat down, release. Grab out your heavier weight. And we're just going up and down like a little teapot. Shoulders roll down and back. Chest is proud. So if you find yourself hunched over and coming forward like this, I need you to roll your shoulders back. Sit down with tall posture. See the difference? Huge difference. Time. Okay, I will use that weight later. I'm going to throw that off to the side. Next up, I'm going to pause the timer just a second to tell you what we've got. I'm going to try to. Curl, palms up. Or flip it, palms down. Elbows pinned in. It should be this beautiful flowing motion with your arms. Okay, forearms, elbows stay tucked in. Then we're going curtsies. Curtsies. You can use the same weight for your Zotmans as your curtsies, or you can switch it out and get a little bit heavier. I'm going to use heavier weights once I get to curtsy. So right now, set your curtsy weights up so you can just release your Zotman weight and grab out the other one. I did say don't use the same weight for your legs as your biceps. I'll allow it on this one. All right, in 2 seconds we go. Ready? Set. Elbows pinned in. Curl, flip, release. Slight bend in your knees. Tuck your tailbone under. Keep your core activated and strong, solid. All right, pull towards your shoulders. Release and control on the way down. It's kind of like double dipping because we activate our tricep on the way down. 1 more. If you're switching out weights, Bend down, put those down, and then we head into alternating curtsies. Step up into your front heel, back leg's there for balance. Step up into your front heel. Feel your thigh and your glute, do the work. Tall through your posture. You're like a marionette puppet. There's a string on your head, lifting you tall, lifting you tall. Push into your heel, never your toe, so that you're protecting your knee. Pause. We're going back at it again. Evaluate. Was the weight that you chose the right weight? Set. Curl, flip, lower. Curl, flip, lower. Shoulders out of your ears. If it's the weight's too heavy, we start shrugging. More seconds. Core activated. One more. Squat down, put those weights down if you're switching out. Pick up your other weights for curtsies. And let's go. Side, step up. Side, step up. This is at your own pace right now. I'd like you to keep it nice and controlled and even tempo, okay? Which means you're controlling the movement, you're squeezing, contracting your muscle on the way up and on the way down. Everything's controlled. If you're moving too fast, you're now just doing cardio. Let's do some muscle strength right there. Go ahead and pause. Last set. If you're like, I'm not feeling these, they're really not challenging me, grab a heavier weight right now. Okay? Let's go. Curl, flip, release. Elbows pinned in tight. Like I said, if you're not listening to music, you're listening to me breathe. That might be a good thing for you if you're trying to learn how to regulate your breathing. Last one. Switch out your weights. Curtsies. Curtsies are just like bowlers. Some people take a more narrow curtsy, one foot behind the other. I go wider. I step back, behind and over. I'm gonna let you choose. You do you. Tall through your posture. Remember, we're not bent over here. Through our torso. And time. Okay, bent over wide rows. Normally I go a little bit heavier. I think I'm gonna stick with 10s because of the amount of time we're going. And we're going to lunges, okay? Let's just do it. Bend over, elbows to the side walls. Elbows to the ceiling. The hammerheads of your weights should be facing the side wall. We're making goalposts. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, activating those muscles right along our spine as we squeeze. Bend forward a little bit more from your hip, chest to the floor. Last one. Reverse lunges if you're switching out weights, switch them now. And we step up into our front heel. Back knee hovers over the ground, alternating legs. All right, our bent over rows. What did I want to say about that? Oh, if you're feeling it more in your shoulders, you're not far forward enough. You need to bend at your hip more. 10 more seconds here. Whew, whew, whew. There's no break. We're just going. I'll give you a little break after this set of work. Last one. All right, 10 seconds. Evaluate. Was that the heaviest weight you want to use? Can you go heavier? Back to bend over wide rows. Forward, chest to the floor. Long, tall, proud spine. Pulling your elbows up to the ceiling. Okay. Squeezing the blades. If you can, it's a microsecond hold. Hold, release. I know the muscles are working because they're kind of cramping in the back. Release those weights, switch out to your reverse lunge weights. Step up into your front heel. Balance on your back foot. Shoulders stay stacked over your hips. I'll tell you what, I'm about done with reverse lunges for the week. I've done so many of them. Please tell me we don't have to do them again the rest of the week. All right, go ahead, step it up. Take your 10 seconds to evaluate. Again, what weights are you going to use? This is your last set, so if you're not feeling it, go heavier. Bend over rows. Get them wide. Let's go. Chest to the floor. Shoulders out of your ears. Think about the bottom of your shoulder blades squeezing together. We're halfway. If at any point in the middle you're like, I gotta switch weights, switch. It's called a drop set, drop it. Pick up the other one and keep going, or just use gravity. All right, go ahead and release those. Back to reverse lunges, so pick up your other weight if you need to. Hover your back knee, step up into your front. Weights come straight down. They shouldn't be swinging and swaying, except for like maybe a little natural movement with your body, but they shouldn't be like this, swinging around, okay? Straight down from your shoulders. One more. If you need to, even out your legs. We'll take a quick pause. Just let you breathe. Let me breathe. Wipe some sweat, sip some water, and then we're coming down to the floor for the remainder of class. So, you have push-ups, that butterfly bridge, triceps press, full reaching sit-up, and then we've got bird dogs and a new crunch, okay? So, what I want you to do right now is to get a weight if you're doing a weight for bridges. I need you to get weights for your tricep press. Your arms are close to your body and you're pushing, so you could go a little bit heavier than you normally would for triceps. And then we're doing an L sit-up. You don't need a weight for that, unless you want one. Okay, ready? That was your little intermission. I needed to breathe, so everybody gets a little breather there. All right, I'm gonna get my weights ready for my tricep press. And weights ready for my bridge. And that's all that you need for the floor. And I am positioned perfect. Okay, good. Let this. Starting with push-ups on your knees or your toes. In 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds of push-ups. Chest to the floor, push on up if you need to. Come to tabletop, elbows go wide, chest comes down, and you just kind of rock on your knees. I love tabletop for people who are starting out, building their strength, and really want to work their chest still. You can also do a push-up on a wall. That would be another option, or the back of a couch. Very sturdy couch. All right, flip it over with or without your weight into your butterfly, which means both feet together, knees wide, blades of your feet in the floor. We lift and lower. This is with or without a weight. If you have no weight, you can put your hands on the floor to balance you. We tap and we lift. We tap and we tuck our tailbone, and we squeeze our booty cheeks. And we're taking our hips to the ceiling. Just working a different angle on your booty. And lower down. Release the weight. We're coming back to push-ups. We want a nice round peach. We gotta work all the angles. Push-ups, go. Push the ground away from you. Hollow out your armpits. Really think about push, squeeze in your chest. You wanna know why? Because we could go through the motion and come up, down. Before we know it, we're like, oh, my biceps are sore, and I don't feel it in my chest. Well, push away, hollow out. Push away, squeeze at the top. Then you'll start feeling the pectorals working, okay? Flip it, butterfly bridge, with or without a weight. Bottoms of your feet together, knees out wide. We lift and lower, pushing the outer part of your foot into the floor. The soles of your feet pushing together. Tap, lift, tap, lift. Try not to shrug your shoulders up into your ears. This is about your booty, not your upper body. Lift, squeeze. Lift, squeeze, lower. If you have a weight, roll it to the side, release it. One more time through. Best push-ups yet, okay? And let's go. Knees, toes, tabletop, wall, couch. You can all feel successful in a movement here. You just have to find the place, the position, the placement, and you're good to go. One more push-up, flip it over, one more butterfly bridge, and then we'll head into triceps and core, okay? So, lift. This is a class you can repeat. If you like this pattern of repeat 3 times, 2 movements, upper, lower, back to back, work the whole entire body, feel free to replay it. Know that it moves quickly, so have your weights ready. If you need to, pause, switch out your weights, and then come right back, okay? All right, release that off to the side. Triceps press. All right, elbows pinned in tight. We're going right into it as soon as your weight's ready. You're laying on the ground, elbows in, press them up. Lower your elbows down, tap, press them up, tap, press them up, okay? So, shoulder to elbow, your tricep right there presses and taps the ground, yes? Okay, tap, press straight up, tap, press straight up. We want our tricep to be doing that work, okay? Next up, straighten out your legs, arms come to the ceiling, come straight up tall into a letter L. Hands stay up, up, up. They don't go over your head. They're towards the ceiling and you reach. If you need to make this more challenging, bend your knees. Try to keep your heels on the floor as you lift. One more. All right, breathe. Let's do it again. Tricep press, using the back of the arms to press upwards, okay? At the end of the movement, your weights are straight up over your chest, straight up over your shoulders, because we're going from here to straighten, here to straighten, okay? And you really want to focus, back of the arms push, not your chest. Back of the arms, bend, straighten. Elbow bends, straighten. The weights are perpendicular to your forearms. Your wrists are not cranking or cranking. Last one. L sit up. Straighten your legs. Fingertips to the ceiling. If I had you holding on to a bar right now, and I grabbed the bar to lift you up, that's what I want you to think about, is that I'm there lifting you up to the ceiling. Because then you're going to lift up and stand up from here if I were helping you up, right? We get knocked down, we get back up, using our core, and time. One more time through. So in your tricep press, if you're like, I'm still not feeling this in my triceps, maybe try a heavier weight. Okay? Last set of triceps, last set of L sit-ups. Press, release. Press, control on the way down. So your tricep is doing the work. Hopefully by now you're feeling it, okay? Like sometimes it takes like 3 sets with these, especially if you don't have a heavy enough weight, to go, oh, there it is. Then that muscle goes, oh, yes, we've been working. All right, release the weights out to the sides. You're done with them. L sit up. After we do the L sit up, I have 2 minutes of core for you. Bonus movements. We're going to do a 30-second bird dog hold on the right, 30-second bird dog hold on the left, and then we're going to do a kind of like a crunch extension. I don't know how else to explain it for a whole minute. All right, release, shake everything out. They should feel a little bit sore now. Head into all fours, opposite arm, opposite leg, extend. I don't care which arm and leg you choose, just extend, hold, reaching with your fingertips, flatten out your back foot, heel pulling towards the back wall, squeeze your booty, engage your core, your abdominals, right? I want you to think about if I'm there pulling your heel and your fingertips from wall to wall and you're extending, extending, extending. Oh look, you squeezed your butt a little bit more, didn't you? You squeezed your abs a little bit more, didn't you? You have 5 more seconds and we're going to switch. 3, 2, 1, other side. Stabilize yourself, extend. The arm on the floor is straight. The arm in the air is straight. Your back leg, okay, the one that's extended, is straight. Pull your heel to the back wall. Pull your fingertips ahead of you. Long, long, long. Shake, shake, shake. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze your butt. Draw your belly button in towards your spine. 4, 3, 2, 1. You should be shaking on those. Flipping to our backs. I'm going to try to show you this from this angle. Stop for a second. New move. I just did this for the first time like 2 weeks ago. And I've only done this in one training session with somebody so far, so everybody else should be surprised by it. We are going to take our hands behind our heads, crunch in like we're doing a crunch, okay? And we're going to hold the crunch. We're going to extend the same arm, same leg. Same arm, same leg. For 30 seconds. So it's almost the reverse of what we did, except we're doing same arm, same leg, okay? So right arm, right leg, set. Crunch, hold, extend, crunch. Right side only. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders off the floor. Tuck your chin. Get in a big ball here. Extend, crunch. You're moving at your own pace. As long as you're controlling it, extend, reach really far, just like we did in the bird dogs. Yes, I know, this is a challenge. That's why we're doing it. Last one, switch sides. Hold your right side. Left side's extending. Pull in, extend, crunch, extend, crunch. If you need to take a break, but come back, okay? You can even lay your head, neck, and shoulder on the ground and extend, but I'd really like you to keep your head, neck, and shoulders up, up, lift, lift, lift. We're almost there, extend, crunch. Yes, I'm feeling it too. This is your bonus. Don't give up on your bonus. Be persistent. And time. Throw yourself in a ball. Lower your head, neck, and shoulders. That was, 27 minutes of work. Now we're going to stretch everything out, okay? All right, rock yourself up to sit. Woo-wee! All right. We're going to stretch. Quick lift. Get in. Work the whole body. Get out. That's our whole goal here. Let's go ahead and come to our stomachs. First off, baby cobra. So hands underneath your shoulders. Lift up extra, or you can do about baby cobra or full cobra. Full, arms straightened. Baby, arms bent. Pulling forward through your rib cage. Okay, come on down. I don't know about you, but my chest and my shoulders are feeling this. Little scorpion twist. Arm out to the side. You can bend it or straighten it. It's up to you. Find a place where you're going to open up your chest, your shoulder, and your bicep in this little scorpion twist. Clear off your space if you need to. See, my space is messy and I can't turn all the way, but it's good enough for right now. Like this weight's in my way, so I'll move it. That's the hazards of lifting weights with a variety of weights. All right, do the other side. So switch. Good work today. Way to be persistent and show up. Hopefully you pushed yourself with your weights. It is a quick lift. It is a quick burn. So we should be able to go a little bit heavier than we normally would, but I know that 30 seconds really does give us a lot of repetition. So, all right, coming to all fours. Let's thread one arm through, sink back, child's pose, thread through. Reach your top arm out, reach your bottom arm through. Lay your shoulder on the ground and let the weight of your body open up your shoulder blade. This should help with your back and your shoulder. We used it a lot more than you realized in all of our work today, and then switch sides. We'll head into our legs after this. Nice deep breaths. All right, come side wide. Let's get our quad. So pull your heel to your butt, tilt your hip forward. And while you're tilting your hip forward, make sure your knee doesn't come forward. It's just your hip comes forward and then your knee goes back, okay? If If you'd like a little deeper of a stretch here, extend your foot into your hand. See how that helps just a little bit in the stretch? All right, then to your back, straighten out that same leg, point, flex, hold. Support your thigh, your calf, pull your knee towards your chest. All right, taking the straight leg and your other opposite arm out. Let's get a little stretch on the glute, the T-band, the hip, straight leg. You feel that, right? Try and keep your opposite shoulder on the ground. If it's too intense, bend your knee. Otherwise, let's go ahead and switch sides. So, other leg, hold behind the thigh and the calf, point, flex, hold. Pull your knee towards your chest, lengthening through the entire back part of your leg. Take your opposite arm out. Try to keep your legs straight. Support it on the way down. Shoulder stays on the ground. Again, this is a little torso rotation, but it also helps with the hip, your IT band, your glute. And you can just roll over and with your back to me. Get your quad stretched. I'm not trying to be rude, but this was just easiest for me to roll to the side. Tilt your hip forward, but your knee stays where it's at. If you want to go a little bit deeper, push your foot into your hand and extend, just like we do in our Soul Fusion class. All right, release it. Sit up, butterfly stretch to finish here, and then you are out of here, okay? So, tall, proud chest, leaning forward. Sorry, you guys had to see my worser side. If we looked at ourselves backwards every day, we probably would work our backside even more, wouldn't we? So isn't that something you've heard me say before? Because I heard it from somebody else. We should be working our backsides twice as much as our front, or maybe 3 times as much as our front. So I try to do a lot of backwards work. Your booty, your back, your rear delts, your hamstrings, all the things. All right, go ahead and crawl yourself up to stand, inhale. Exhale, continue to stretch. If there's something else you need to stretch, continue to do your recovery breath. And remember, what you put in your mouth right now, what you do to your body in the next 24 hours until we meet again, will determine how tomorrow's going to be, right? So tomorrow is a stretching day for most of us, unless you choose to do something different. But think about that as you're taking care of your body for the rest of the day, okay? I will see you back here tomorrow. And be persistent with your health. Show up, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for coming. Bye, everybody.